the world is becoming increasingly interconnected. More people than ever are choosing to live, work, and travel abroad. The allure of new cultures, experiences, and perhaps a lower cost of living is a powerful draw for many. Digital nomads in particular are embracing this global lifestyle, working remotely from exotic beaches or bustling foreign cities. But while the benefits are numerous, living abroad also presents unique challenges. Navigating different languages, customs, and bureaucracies can be daunting. Finding affordable housing, healthcare, and reliable internet access are common concerns. However, one often overlooked factor can significantly impact your budget tariffs. These hidden costs can quickly erode the financial advantages of living in certain countries. Understanding tariffs and their implications is crucial for anyone considering living abroad, especially in 2025. The global trade landscape is in constant flux, and recent policy changes have created a complex web of tariffs that can impact your cost of living in unexpected ways. This is particularly true in light of former President Donald Trump's aggressive trade policies, which continue to have ripple effects across the globe. Imagine this. You've finally settled into your new life in a vibrant city abroad. You're enjoying the local cuisine, exploring hidden gems, and making new friends. But then, you go to the grocery store and are shocked by the price of your favorite American snacks. In simple terms, a tariff is a tax imposed on goods imported from other countries. While tariffs aim to protect domestic industries, their impact is felt by consumers. The year is 2025, and the world is still grappling with the ramifications of former President Donald Trump's tumultuous trade policies. His America First agenda, characterized by protectionist measures and aggressive tariff impositions, triggered a series of trade disputes with major economies worldwide. While Trump argued that these actions were necessary to protect American jobs and businesses, the reality is far more nuanced. Trump's signature policy, the Liberation Day tariffs announced in 2025, sent shockwaves through the global trading system. This policy slapped a universal 10% tariff on all imports into the United States. To further exacerbate the situation, targeted tariffs were imposed on specific countries, including China at 54%, Vietnam at 46%, the European Union at 20%, and Mexico at 10%. These tariffs, according to Trump, were intended to force other countries to offer more favorable trade deals with the United States. However, rather than achieving their intended effect, these tariffs have had far-reaching consequences. They have disrupted global supply chains, increased prices for consumers, and fueled uncertainty in the global marketplace. Moreover, they have led to retaliatory tariffs from other countries, further escalating trade tensions and exacerbating the negative impacts on consumers worldwide. In the complex world of international trade, tariffs play a pivotal role, often acting as a silent influencer on the prices of goods we purchase. At their core, tariffs are essentially taxes levied on goods imported from other countries. These taxes are collected by the government of the importing country and are added to the cost of the imported goods. Imagine you're purchasing a bottle of French wine from your local store. The price you pay isn't just for the wine itself, but also includes a tariff imposed by your government on that particular import. This tariff increases the final price you pay, making the imported wine more expensive compared to a domestically produced alternative. Tariffs can apply to a wide range of goods, from everyday consumer products to raw materials and industrial components. For example, common items subject to tariffs include electronics, automobiles, clothing, footwear, and even agricultural products like fruits, vegetables, and meat. The specific goods subject to tariffs and the rates at which they are taxed can vary significantly depending on the countries involved and the nature of the trade relationship between them. The purpose of tariffs can be boiled down to three main reasons: protectionism, revenue, and retaliation. Protectionism aims to shield domestic industries from foreign competition. Tariffs also generate revenue for governments. Lastly, tariffs can be used as a tool of retaliation in trade disputes. Tariffs set off a chain reaction impacting businesses, consumers, and governments. Prices for imported goods rise, reducing consumer purchasing power. Tariffs disrupt supply chains, leading to production delays and increased costs. They create market uncertainty, affecting business planning and investments. Tariffs can negatively impact economic growth and job creation. The year is 2025. Donald J. Trump returns to the world of international trade, armed with tariffs. He declares a new era of American economic dominance, promising to restore the nation by rewriting global trade rules. The business world watches with apprehension. They remember the chaos of previous trade wars. Could this time be different? Liberation Day, a declaration of trade warfare. On April 2, 2025, a date carefully chosen for its symbolic resonance, Trump unveils his grand economic plan, dubbing it Liberation Day. This, he proclaims, is the day America breaks free from the shackles of unfair trade deals and reclaims its rightful place as the world's economic superpower. The centerpiece of this plan, tariffs, lots of them. Trump announces a sweeping 10% tariff on all imports entering the United States, a blanket measure designed to send a clear message to the world. The era of free trade is over. This is just the opening salvo, however. Trump has a few more tricks up his sleeve, a series of targeted tariffs aimed at specific countries that have, in his view, been taking advantage of American generosity for far too long. The global reaction is swift and predictable. Trading partners, caught off guard by the sudden shift in policy, express their displeasure, accusing Trump of protectionism and threatening retaliation. Financial markets, already jittery from years of economic turbulence, plunge into a frenzy of uncertainty, sending shockwaves through the global economy. The trade war has begun. The targets, China, Vietnam, EU, and Mexico. Trump's tariffs are not created equal. The universal 10% tariff sends a message, but targeted tariffs reveal Trump's true focus. China faces a 54% tariff, Vietnam a 46% tariff, the EU 20%, and Mexico 10%. Trump aims to reshape the global economic order, reasserting American dominance. The justification reciprocal trade and the quest for lost glory. Trump speaks of reciprocal trade, suggesting fairness and a level playing field. If other countries want to sell their goods in the United States, they need to play by the rules. Trump promises to restore America to its former glory through economic dominance. One thing is certain: Trump's return to the world stage will have far-reaching consequences. The world of international trade is a lot like a giant game of Jenga. Each country's actions have consequences that ripple outward, affecting the delicate balance of the entire structure. When the United States, with its massive economy and outsized influence, makes a move like imposing sweeping tariffs, the tremors are felt far and wide, particularly by those living abroad. Expats, those intrepid souls who've chosen to make their lives in foreign lands, often find themselves caught in the crossfire of these trade disputes. Suddenly, decisions made in the halls of power thousands of miles away have a very real impact on their daily lives, their budgets, and their ability to maintain a comfortable standard of living. It's easy to feel a sense of disconnect when you're living abroad, like the political and economic machinations of your home country are a distant rumble, barely noticeable amidst the excitement of exploring a new culture. But tariffs have a way of bridging that distance, of reminding expats that they're still very much connected to the ebb and flow of global politics. Imagine this: you're an expat living in Paris, strolling through a charming neighborhood market baguette tucked under your arm when you spot a familiar sight, a display of imported American peanut butter. Your heart skips a beat, visions of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches dancing in your head. But then you see the price tag, and your jaw drops. That jar of creamy goodness now costs twice as much as it did a few months ago. This, sadly, is not an isolated incident. The tariffs imposed by the United States have a way of boomeranging back, hitting expats where it hurts their wallets. Suddenly, those little comforts of home, the American brands and products they once took for granted, become luxury items, priced out of reach by the very policies designed to protect American interests. It's not just peanut butter either. Electronics, clothing, even basic necessities like over-the-counter medications, all of these things, if they're imported from the United States, are likely to see a price hike in countries affected by the tariffs. And it's not just the direct cost of the tariffs themselves, it's the ripple effect they have throughout the economy, as businesses are forced to pass on their increased costs to consumers. Tariffs impact expats' daily essentials, making familiar American brands costly and eroding the lower cost of living they sought abroad. From iPhones to iPhones, the tech tariff bite. Meet Sarah, an American expat in Berlin relying on her MacBook Pro and iPhone. When tariffs hit, the price of the latest iPhone skyrockets, turning a business expense into a financial burden. Sarah delays her purchase, hoping prices will drop, stuck with her aging phone as a reminder of global politics. The tariffs, combined with the weakening euro, have added a hefty premium to the already high price tag. The Great American Protein Powder Markup. In Barcelona, Mark, a fitness enthusiast, faces a dilemma as his American-made protein powder's price doubles due to tariffs. He considers local brands but dreads their taste, rationing his supply and hoping for an end to the trade war. The price of his go-to protein powder has nearly doubled, thanks to a combination of the tariffs and increased shipping costs. For now, he's rationing his remaining supply, hoping that the trade war will end soon and he can go back to his regular protein routine. When entertainment gets expensive, streaming wars and tariffs. In Seoul, Jessica, an English teacher, faces rising streaming service costs due to tariffs, forcing her to choose between her budget and her favorite shows. Everyday essentials, the hidden cost of clean clothes and dishes. In Amsterdam, Tom, a neat freak, finds his favorite American-made cleaning supplies prices have nearly doubled due to tariffs. He reluctantly tries local brands, hoping they've improved. The price of protectionism where tariffs hit hardest. Expats worldwide face skyrocketing costs for imported goods, forcing tough budget decisions and eroding the dream of a lower cost of living abroad. Brazil. From beaches to budget busters. In Brazil, Trump's tariffs make imported goods like electronics and fashion items prohibitively expensive, challenging expats' budgets. In India, retaliatory tariffs on American products like almonds and apples add complexity to expats' cost of living. The price of American almonds, a popular snack and ingredient in Indian cuisine, has soared, as have the prices of apples and other American fruits. Despite trade wars, some countries maintain a stable cost of living, offering affordable options for expats. These countries offer a beacon of hope for expats seeking a balance between affordability and quality of life. Singapore exemplifies the benefits of free trade. with low tariffs and affordable imported goods, attracting expats and businesses alike. For expats, Singapore's free trade policies translate into a wide variety of affordable imported goods, from electronics and clothing to food and beverages. Chile's extensive free trade agreements make it an attractive destination for expats offering affordable imported goods and a high quality of life. For expats, Chile's free trade policies translate into a wide variety of affordable imported goods, from electronics and automobiles to clothing and wine. Adapting to Trump's trade wars requires expats to be flexible, embracing local products and new ways of living to manage rising costs. Embracing local products, for instance, can lead to unexpected culinary discoveries and a deeper connection with your adopted culture. Sourcing locally reduces reliance on costly imports, offering unique and affordable finds while supporting local businesses. From fresh produce and local spices to handmade crafts and clothing, the local market offers a treasure trove of unique and affordable finds. Strategic shopping and shipping can help expats manage the cost of essential imported items, balancing local and imported goods. Research different providers, compare rates, and choose the option that best suits your needs and budget. The evolving landscape of expat life. Living abroad is a bold leap into the unknown. It's filled with incredible experiences and cultural immersion. The expat landscape is constantly evolving, shaped by global forces. Trade wars and rising costs add complexity to expat life. But these challenges bring growth, resilience, and new opportunities. Knowledge is power, staying ahead of the trade winds. The key to thriving as an expat in this era of trade wars and economic uncertainty is to stay informed, to be aware of the forces shaping the cost of living in your adopted country, and to be prepared to adapt your strategies as needed. Knowledge, as they say, is power. And in the world of international finance and trade, this adage rings truer than ever. Don't wait until you're staring at a hefty price tag at the grocery store or struggling to afford your monthly rent to start paying attention to tariffs and their impact on your life. Make it a habit to stay up to date on trade relations between your home country and your adopted country. Follow reputable news sources, subscribe to industry newsletters, and join online forums and social media groups where expats share insights and advice. The more you understand the forces shaping the cost of living in your chosen destination, the better equipped you'll be to make informed decisions about your finances, your lifestyle, and your future. Join the conversation, sharing insights and building community. Navigating the complexities of expat life, especially in the face of global economic uncertainty, doesn't have to be a solitary endeavor. One of the most valuable resources available to expats is the power of community, the shared experiences and insights of those who have walked this path before. Connect with fellow expats in your area, both online and offline, to exchange tips on navigating the local market, finding affordable alternatives to imported goods, and stretching your budget further. Share your own experiences, challenges, and triumphs, and learn from the collective wisdom of this global community. Remember, you're not alone in this journey. By engaging with others, sharing information, and supporting each other, we can create a more informed and empowered expat community, equipped to thrive in an ever-changing world.